If you follow the 5 steps in this video, you will get more clients through Instagram in the next 24 hours. I'm not gonna say super bland things like post content that your followers wanna see or stand out. Since I started doing freelance work on Instagram, I've received like 10 to 20 DMs every single day from people wanting me to create artwork for them. If you guys find this video useful at all, please consider subscribing and let's get right into the video. Number 5, you wanna make it 100% clear who you are and what kind of work you do. One way you can do that is putting what you do inside of your name on Instagram. So if you're a photographer, you would put like your name and then photographer, or your name and then that little line, photographer. Not only will this help clear up what you do, but it will also actually help you rank higher when people search your line of work on Instagram. 4 is your bio. You can also write what you do in your bio as well, except this time you can actually go a little bit more in depth. Maybe instead of photographer, you put wildlife photographer, or tattoo artist from New York, or watercolor painter. It'll also help you if you put any kind of credentials you might have inside of your bio. This includes big names that you've worked with, how long you've been working, any kind of like awards you've received. That would help, but it's definitely not mandatory. I actually don't really have anything like that in my own bio. Speaking of my bio, if you guys want to see an example of every single thing I talk about in this video, I'm going to leave a link to my Instagram in the description, and then you can check that out. So if you have questions about anything I've talked about in this video, you can just Instagram DM me or just comment on this video. Number 3, highlights. One specific highlight that you should have on your account is client work. You should include examples of the work you've done and which client you've done them for. Doing this builds trust with people visiting your account and shows them that this isn't your first rodeo. People see the content that you put in that highlight and think, okay, this guy or girl must be legit. They've done work for this person and that person. If you've never done any client work before, pause this video. Wait, not yet. Go to the video I posted last week on how to get your first client, watch that, unpause this video, and then continue watching this video. The information in both of these videos combined I think would be really useful to you. Number 2, content. I would say 80 to 90% of what you post on Instagram should be the work that you're trying to sell, if not 100%. Instagram works kind of like a portfolio this way. People will land on your profile and scroll down, and if there's any work that's kind of similar to what they're looking for, then they'll probably contact you. When you dilute your feed with pictures from your vacation, your dog, a meme you saw on Reddit, it's a lot harder and takes longer for them to find the work that they're trying to find. Also, once again, it makes it a lot less clear what kind of work you actually do. If I had a nickel every time I saw like an artist's Instagram page that has like 10% art and then like 90% random things, then I would have like a lot of nickels. All right, last but not least, step number 1. This last step is the most important thing you can do to make sure you're consistently getting DMs from potential clients. What you want to do is find an account on Instagram that does the exact same kind of work that you do. The more similar your work is to theirs, the better. Go into their followers and then one by one go through those accounts, like 1 or 2 photos, and then comment on their most recent picture. This is super important, okay? Do not comment anything spammy. Make sure your comments are meaningful. Don't say nice or comment like 3 fire emojis. Honestly, if you have nothing to say, then just skip the account and move on to the next. Every single person on Instagram gets spam on their account, so you want to separate yourself from that crowd. The best way to form your comments is by 1, compliment something that they're going to appreciate. So for example, if they make music, then compliment their music. Don't just say like, cool hat. And then 2, ask them a question. Nothing like, how's your day going? Say like, oh, how long did it take you to make this album? So in my case, I create cover art for musicians. So I would find a musician on Instagram, go into their account, and then listen to like an album or a single that they released. Then I would go to a picture of theirs, comment, hey, just listen to this album. And I would say it by name so they know that I'm being real. I'd say, I listened to this album, it sounds really solid. And then I would ask them something like, how long did you work on the project for? Or how long have you been making music? They don't always reply, but when they do, you have to make sure you like their comment and then reply back to them. You literally have to have a conversation with every single person that you can. Create almost like a tiny little relationship every time you comment on something. See, in this example, I separated myself from the spam because I took the time to listen to their album and then appreciate it and strike up a conversation. This is how you separate yourself from everybody else. When you ask them a question, they're more likely to reply to you. Check out your account, follow you, and it could possibly lead to a client one day. They might not DM you right away or possibly even ever, but it is in their mind and on their Instagram feed that if they ever do need your services, you're gonna be right there. Or it's possible that maybe someone they personally know will need your services and they'll be like, hey, I know this guy or girl on Instagram, you should check them out, they do really cool work. This won't get you clients every single time you do this, but if you do this like 30 times a day, it'll create a compounding effect. Your followers will grow, your services will spread by word of mouth, people will start coming to you more often, people will start referring you to other people that they know. It's a snowball effect, and you start small, but eventually it becomes huge. Over time, this is how you'll create a never-ending supply of leads on Instagram. Also, super quick bonus tip. I know it might be hard depending on the type of work you do, but try to specifically look for accounts that actually need your services. So using my example again, I'm doing cover art for musicians, so when I see a musician, I go straight to them. I'm not like on a zookeeper's Instagram saying like, hey, need some cover art? I don't know why I said zookeeper. You don't have to do that, but it will definitely speed up the process. Okay, the video is about to end, but do not click off yet because I'm gonna tell you one more thing that could actually help you out. If you do any kind of creative freelance work or you want to and you haven't gotten your first client yet, comment your name, your Instagram handle, and what kind of work you do in the comments below, and I'll check out your account. I'll see if I can give you kind of any tips or any kind of advice on how to get more clients. All right, if you found this video useful, please subscribe. I'm gonna be posting stuff like this every single Wednesday. See ya.